Hello, my name is Dr. Lindsay Macarella. I'll be your instructor for Fundamentals 2 online. Though this is a fully online class, I imagine many of you are on campus and are probably music majors and spend most of your time in the Fox Fine Arts building just like I do. My office is M234 and you'll find my office hours listed on the syllabus. You're welcome to come to me in person with any questions or comments, or you can contact me via email or by my phone. You can find all of my contact information on the syllabus as well. This course was created in conjunction with Dr. Brian Jarvis, who is a music theory professor here at UTEP. We're now going to watch a video created by him that explains how to successfully navigate the materials for this course and how to use Blackboard properly.
Music Fundamentals 2 is a continuation of Music Fundamentals 1, but with a few important changes. One change is that these topics will get more focused than before: minor keys, compound meters, intervals, and seventh chords. While the purpose of the previous course, Music Fundamentals 1, was mainly on introducing concepts and developing basic fluency with them, this course will focus on accomplishing these three goals: speed, accuracy, and consistency. You have many theory courses ahead of you as a music major here at UTEP, and most of them are cumulative, so each course builds upon the concepts of the previous courses. With that in mind, it won't be enough for you to just have a passing knowledge of music fundamentals. You'll need to be quick, accurate, and consistent in order to be successful. Luckily, I've designed this course to really help you attain those goals. The online format is perfect for helping you to develop skills and to practice until you reach the appropriate level for each day. In order to take this course, you'll need a number of technology items because it's online. You'll need an internet-connected laptop or a desktop computer, speakers or headphones, and an audio recording device. I'll go through the details for each one of those. The computer can either be a Windows or Mac computer, but you should use Google's Chrome browser for best results. Expect that any other browser is likely to do strange things sometimes when using Blackboard, not all the time. Chromebooks probably work, but I really just don't know if they will or not. Some people like to work on their phones or tablets, but for some activities, that might feel okay to you, but for many activities, those devices will simply make each exercise take longer, and they're prone to changing your answers due to autocorrect, which can be frustrating. So you're free to use them, but again, a Windows or Mac computer will be best for a regular machine. I don't recommend the Blackboard phone apps. There are a number of those, and they just are kind of inconsistent. They don't seem to have the capabilities of the website, and even when you use the phone on your website, you can do more than you can with the app. And there's a number of quiz types that it won't let you take and that sort of thing. So feel free to try it out, but I think that you'll probably just find frustration. So I don't recommend the official Blackboard apps. I only recommend using the web browser version, which is very strong and consistent. Looks a little old-fashioned, but it works really well. You'll need some way to hear audio, so your computer speakers or your headphones should be fine. Know that earbuds are not great when it comes to for detailed listening, chord quality identification, for example. So I recommend regular headphones or high-quality speakers for the best results. They don't have to be really expensive or anything. A $20 pair of Sony headphones will work really well. Each week there's a short singing assignment to introduce you to singing with solfege and to prepare you for Aural Skills 1, where there's a lot of singing. In order to submit your singing, you'll need to have some sort of audio recording device. And for almost everybody, that just means your cell phone. Essentially, you'll just be recording yourself singing into your phone and submit the file on Blackboard. It's a little more complicated than that, but I have detailed video instructions that will apply to most people about how to do that, and those are on Blackboard, so I won't worry about those details right now. If you don't own a cell phone, you can certainly just use someone else's, but you can also use your computer. Almost all laptops have built-in microphones, so you can use that. But most Windows desktop computers don't include a microphone, so you can consider purchasing one if you'd like. But again, it doesn't have to be very expensive. Don't get an expensive one for this. There are items due every day of the week, Monday through Friday, and all materials are due before midnight. So though this is an online course, regular attendance or, online presence is required to be successful. This course is the online equivalent of an in-person class that met for 2 hours and 10 minutes, 5 days a week for 4 weeks. So expect that you'll need to dedicate approximately that much time, 2 hours and 10 minutes every class day, Monday through Friday. Now your actual time commitment will depend on your current personal skill level with this material. And if you are already really fast in my Fundamentals 1 course, then you'll probably need less time. However, if you barely scraped by in my Fundamentals 1 course, you'll very likely need more time because you're essentially behind. So keep in mind, the in-person 2 hour and 10-minute class period was focused work time. It didn't involve working while eating lunch or dinner, or like texting and phone calls, Facebook and Twitter, or unexpected disruptions by your friends, family, or children. So if your work time is full of disruptions, they're certainly going to add to the amount of time you need to spend. On the other hand, the online format has great advantages because it allows you to work at your own pace throughout the day, and you can work in a location that you prefer. It does also require you to develop self-discipline to complete the substantial daily workload. So you'll have to plan out when you can work at a computer for a few hours every day. Though the material is due every day, you can actually get really far ahead if you'd like and work days and even weeks ahead of the actual due dates. I'll walk you through the actual quizzes soon, but you should expect that you'll be taking each quiz multiple times until you start to get good at each concept. This is a chart that shows some statistics from one of the harder quizzes in this course. So, the harder one, okay. Each column represents how many times each person took the quiz. So this person on the left here took it 3 times, this person took it 6, this person took it a whopping 14 times, this person only needed to take it 1 time. So most people, however, only took it a few times, and you can see that many people only took it once. One time. All these people, 1 time. So you can see that there's a wide variety of competencies represented here. Now you may be really good at some topics, but really struggle with others. So having more difficulty with some quizzes over others is very normal, and that's actually where the online format really shines. If you're good with a topic, you're going to breeze right through it. If you need to spend some real time on a topic, Blackboard will allow you to do that, and it'll give you the feedback, almost instantly in order to help you improve. So, by the way, when I show this graph, everyone always thinks that they're going to be that person taking the quizzes 14 times. The point of this chart is that does not happen to the great majority of students. But it also shows that most people end up taking the harder quizzes a few times before they move on. Essentially, the entire course is going to be completed through Blackboard, so I will walk you through the course now. So I'll show you logging in. So we're going to open Google Chrome, navigate to my.utep.edu. We'll click on Blackboard and enter the username and password and click Login. So if you've never been to Blackboard before, you'll need to watch carefully here. But many of you already know how to log in. So let me walk you through that. So here I am at my.utep.edu. I'm going to click on Blackboard. And then you'll need to enter your username and password. Mine's already saved here, so I'm just going to load that in, and then I will click Login. Now, this is what my Blackboard page looks like, but yours is probably going to look a little bit different. Yours might look more like this. I've just customized mine. I click this personalize page button so that I have some different colors on it. And I also minimize a few of the areas that I don't use on a regular basis. Got this little arrow here, and you can kind of close things that you don't use very often. So it looks distracting to me when it's all open, so that's why mine looks a little bit different than yours. So from here, I just click the name of the course, which is right here. It's a really long name, MUST 1312 and some other numbers, but it ends with Music Fundamentals 2. That's the important part. So again, yours might look a little different. Yours is probably going to be up here in the top right corner somewhere. So I'll click into that. And okay, now I'm in the student preview mode. Mine usually goes into the faculty one, but I'll have this big yellow bar up there. Yours isn't going to have that. But just so you know why it's there on mine and not on yours. So once you've reached this page, you're fully logged into the course. This is where you're going to spend most of your time. Okay, this is the opening page. And you'll notice two parts, this main area, and then there's a navigation column here on the left. You'll spend most of your time in the main window, but this area on the left is always around to help you navigate through the course. The course opens into the course schedule. That's where we are right now, course schedule. It also, here's a link to it right here in the navigation column, course schedule. So that's where you'll enter the course. We'll get to the other menu items later. Now on the surface, this course is structured just like a regular 4-week summer course that meets every weekday. Because of its short duration, that is of course a very concentrated and dense course. During a regular semester, this course takes about 16 weeks to complete. So we're doing the same amount of material, but we only have 4 weeks to do it. But navigating the course is going to be very easy, however. First, you click inside the first week, and by clicking the text, so it says week 1, July 11th through 14. And then you're going to see a list of each day, so you just click on the day of the week that you want to work on. So I'll click the first day, which is Tuesday, July 11th. These are all the items for the first day. Most of what you see are quizzes about various topics. This particular quiz at the top here, 7-Eleven, note reading, letter names only, proficiency quiz, is a fairly easy quiz, and it only covers the notes on the grand staff. So typically there's a very short description of the quiz followed by 2 very important pieces of information. The first is the required grade right here. And remember that accuracy and consistency are very important aspects of Fundamentals 2. And this course has been designed with those goals in mind. So every quiz has a required minimum grade. This quiz requires 22 out of the 25 questions to be answered correctly. I've listed the percentage as well, just in case percentages make more sense to you than fractions. Each quiz also has a time limit. This one is 5 minutes. The approximate amount of time per question is also listed in parentheses. In order to reach the required minimum, you're allowed to take the quizzes as many times as you need to. When it comes to your grade, Blackboard will just count the one that's the highest. So if you take the quiz 5 times and the last one's the best, it'll count the last one. If you take it 5 times and the third one's the highest, it'll just count the third one, even if your 5th attempt was lower. This is a very important aspect of the course. I don't expect you to just magically get better at these concepts. I expect that you'll improve through regular and concentrated practice, and that's exactly what these daily proficiency quizzes will help you with. They're essentially required practice that helps you get good. So each day, you need to complete all the items listed for that day. So typically, there's about 8 items per day. The first day is a little shorter. As you can imagine, this course is not about lecture, it's about skill building. So there are no required lectures in this course. However, when you need to learn about a concept or just clarify some aspect of a concept, you'll need to click on the Readings and Video link in the navigation column. That's right here, Readings and Videos. Here you'll find links to explanations via video, website, and images for the topics in this course. Most of the videos are by other people, and they're on YouTube. But please don't just go to YouTube and search for the topics and click on the first one. I already did that for you, and I weeded out all the videos that gave incorrect information or if they encouraged bad habits. So also, if you prefer to learn from a physical book, that's fine too. Feel free to purchase the suggested book that's mentioned in the syllabus. You can purchase it from Amazon, but of course, it's optional. You'll also notice that there's a link to the course syllabus in the navigation column right here, syllabus, and you can click that to download it. That's what it looks like. You're expected to read through the syllabus in this course, and all your courses, actually. in order to understand how the course works and learn about policies and procedures, so please do that. Now you'll be able to keep tabs on your daily work by clicking on My Grades in the navigational column. So that's over here. Now while I'm here thinking about the navigational column, it can actually be collapsed or visible. So if you notice, if I bring my mouse over here, it turns gray, dark gray. I can click it and it's going to collapse it now. I can't really see it. And if I'm moving around through the page, it'll actually turn blue a lot of times when it's hidden. So I just click on it again to bring it back out. Okay, so collapsed and visible. Sometimes it'll actually do this on its own. It'll hide itself on its own, especially if you're on your phone. Just disappear. If you make the browser window a little bit small, it'll disappear. So if you're just ever wondering where it is, you probably just need to scroll up to the top and then make sure to click on this little blue area or gray area, depending, and it'll show back up. Okay, so I'm in My Grades, and here you're going to see a very long list of all the items that you will eventually complete. Now, right now, nothing has been completed, but notice how the items are listed by their due date. The first few say 7/11. I'm going to zoom in here, actually, so you can see this a little bit better. Okay, here we go. So the first few say 7/11, which mean July 11th, and then down here, a little bit further, they start to say 7/12. That's the next day. And then there's the 7/12 quizzes, and then here are the 7/13 quizzes following that. So scrolling up back to the top, you'll notice that there is a grade column right here. And this is where you're actually going to see, did you pass or did you fail this quiz? That's what will show up there. If you pass it, it'll say pass. If you fail it, it'll say fail. So to give you an example, I'll take the first two quizzes and then I'll go back to My Grades and see what it says. To get back, I'm going to go to actually zoom to normal. I'm going to go back to the course schedule here at the top. I'm going to enter week 1, Tuesday, and then I'll take this first quiz. This one's a really easy one. It's about reading letter names. So before you take all your quizzes, it'll show you this little, intermediary page, and it tells you about the time limit and that sort of thing. But usually just kind of skip right past it. Okay, now I'm inside the quiz, and I'm just gonna, actually, let me talk about this little timer thing. You can see a timer that'll be going across the top of the screen. It'll have a green bar that'll continually grow till it's at the end, and then it'll turn red when it's over. And then it also tells you the exact time in minutes and seconds. So that's actually going to follow me throughout the quiz. However, on mine, I'm doing the student preview, so you actually can't see it. On yours, you're going to see a little timer throughout the quiz, and if for some reason you can't see it, scroll all the way up to the top and it'll be easier to see. Okay, so I'm going to take this quiz real quick, and we'll look at the grades when I'm done. So just give me one moment here. So usually what you'll do is use your mouse to get from question to question, but it's actually faster if you hit the tab key. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just hitting tab twice so that I don't have to take my hands off of the keyboard, and then I can take the quiz faster. Okay, almost done here. Okay, so now I've finished, and there's a button at the bottom that says Save and Submit. But I'm going to show you one more thing. Go back up to the top. This timer also shows a question completion status, and if you click that, it'll show all the questions and whether or not you finished them, and you can just see that that number 25 just finally got saved. But this will kind of let you know if you still have a bunch to do or if you've missed anything. So I'm going to go ahead and submit this one, and it'll give me this warning every time. I don't want to go back. It'll show me another intermediary screen, show how long the quiz took, when it was submitted, and when it's due. And so usually just click right past this one too. Okay, now this is the results page, and there's a lot of information here. For one, it shows you what your attempt score was, so let me see if I can highlight that a little better. I got 25 out of 25, got them all right, yes. And you can see that it shows me that I've got it correct with a green check mark here, and on the right side it shows me how many points that I received for that. It also gives you this great little feedback right here. It shows me what answer that I put in, which was A for this one, and then it also shows the correct answer. So when you get it right, you know it doesn't matter, but when you get it wrong, you can actually study this. So I'm going to go back to my grades and show you what it says. Okay, here we are. I'm going to zoom in a little. I know this text is very small in this one. So note reading letter names, proficiency quiz, I got a pass on this one, so I know that I can set this one aside and move on. Okay, so let me show you what it looks like when I fail a quiz. So I'm going to go back, actually I'm going to zoom to regular. I'm going to go back to the course schedule, week 1, Tuesday, quiz number 2, which is a very similar quiz, but it adds in octave numbers. So again, it gives you a little page that I'm going to push right through. Okay. So for the first one, the answer is D4, but I'm going to enter something wrong, D3. Oh, and while I mention it, be very careful about spacing. Follow the examples here. This apparently, according to Blackboard, D space 3 is wrong. Okay, but D3 is right. So just be very careful about the spacing. Actually, well, the answer is D4, but I'm going to put D3 so that it shows us what it looks like when it's wrong. So I'm going to press Save and Submit, and I get this little dialog that says the following questions may be incomplete, you know, because I haven't finished the majority of the quiz here. So it tells me all the ones that I missed just in case, which is a nice safety feature. So I still want to submit it. I'm going to press OK, and then they'll show me this intermediary screen. I'm going to skip right past it. And okay, here we go. I did terribly, 0 out of 25, really bad. But the question 1, here's the important part here. It shows me a red X, got that one wrong. And it says that I put D3 here. That's what this little selected answer, that means the one I put in. But the correct answer is down here, D4. So when you're working with these quizzes, this is going to be really great. You work on a quiz, you submit it, and expect that, you know, many times that you fail quizzes in the process of learning. But here's where you're going to spend a lot of time here studying exactly what went wrong. You know, was it a silly mistake? Was it an actual misunderstanding? What really went wrong? So you'll be spending some time studying these when you finish. So now I'm going to go back to my grades, and now, I'm going to zoom in again. I passed the first one, but I failed the second one. Okay, so that's what it'll look like, and you'll be able to see exactly where you are for the day, and what you want is for each day to have passes all the way through. Okay, that is the goal. Okay, now, as I said, you can just take the quizzes as many times as necessary, so I'm going to show you that. I'm going to go back into course schedule. I'm going to try that second quiz again, and everything will look normal. I'll press begin, but then I'll get a new menu right here. It says test was previously taken. Okay, but that's okay because you just press start new submission. It'll keep the record of your previous one. This is just adding another submission here, and then that'll let you take it just like normal. Okay, so you'll get used to seeing this screen here. Now, if you want to review your previous work, you can do that inside of My Grades. So if you fail the quiz and you kind of want to study what's going on, what you'll do is click on the quiz name. So I'm going to click this, and it'll show me these are all the attempts for this particular quiz. I only took it one time. But what you can see is you'll click on the grade itself. Notice how the cursor is changing there. Click that, and now I'm back into, zoom out, back into the results page so that I can review the details of what exactly happened with that particular quiz. Okay, I'm going to go back to course schedule. All right, so let me go through the other assignment types here. There's 4 types of assignments. There's these Blackboard quizzes that I just showed you. There's assignments on Teoria, and there's singing assignments and notation assignments. Okay, so let me just talk a little bit about those. Okay, now the Blackboard quizzes that you just saw, that's the majority of what you'll be doing. They're inside Blackboard, and they're fairly consistent. There are Teoria assignments, which is from this really helpful website called teoria.com. And instructions for those can be found over here. Teoria assignment instructions. You'll be bringing over a page, and I made a video that walks you through exactly how to do those assignments. Okay, so you'll actually be leaving Blackboard to take those. And I also listed the instructions along with each one of those assignments. So on the first day, there is a short Teoria assignment, and you're going to see some, the video link is there as well, just for convenience to show you how to take those. Singing assignments, there's going to be an online singing assignment each week, and for most people, you're just going to record the exercise. Usually it's like 3 per assignment, but you're going to use some sort of audio recording app on your phone. That's what most people do. Then you'll upload that file to Blackboard like you did with the Teoria assignments. Instructions for recording and uploading audio files for iPhone and Android phones can be found in the corresponding videos. And the assignments instructions right here, audio upload instructions. So I've got 3 little links here. One's for iOS users, and one's for Android, and there's some text instructions that basically the same content. So for most people, that's what you're going to use. For Android, there's just more devices out there and more versions of the operating system, so there's going to be some variety, but you should be able to get the general idea of what to do by watching those videos. Okay, so the next type are the notation assignments. So there's going to be 1 notation assignment per week, and these assignments are on Blackboard, and they need to be printed out. It's about actual handwriting notation. So this is an online class, so it becomes a little bit of a complication, but it's a fairly simple solution. Basically, you print it out, you fill it out, and then you take pictures or you scan it, and then you upload the assignment. So here's one of the assignments for week 1. Notation assignment number 1. So to actually see the assignment, you click to download. Okay, that's going to load the assignment. You're going to print that out, fill it out in pencil, and then take pictures with your phone or make a nice scan with it, and then you're going to upload it into the assignment right here. You're going to click into the name, and you'll click Browse My Computer, find the file. If you have more than 1 file, just upload each file individually. Browse My Computer, find the file. Browse My Computer, find the file. Then when you've got them all in there, that's when you press Submit. So the procedure is really pretty similar that it was for uploading audio and screenshots. So if you've already watched those videos, you should be able to figure out how to do images or pictures on your own. Let's see here. Okay, so if you're having trouble with this process, please do not email me the file. You can email me about the issue you're having, and that's fine, and I will email you back and learn you and write to you about how to properly upload it. Okay, but don't just email me the files. Notation assignments are graded on correctness and legibility. So if I consider an element to be illegible, it's going to be counted as incorrect, because the notation needs to be correct and easily readable by other musicians. Not so concerned if you can sort of figure it out. Other people, not you, need to be able to read it easily. So there's going to be 1 of those per week, and there's going to be 1 on the final exam. Okay, so talk about the final exam and then getting help, and then that's all. On the final exam, well, actually, let me talk about exams. Each Friday, comprehensive exams are given that cover all the concepts you worked on through the week. These quizzes are to be taken without using notes and without any other aids. So please imagine that these are the equivalent of an in-class exam, and prepare yourself accordingly. These quizzes are the same format as daily proficiency quizzes, but they're much shorter, and there's many more of them, usually between 16 and 20. The theory and musicianship portions will be completed online through Blackboard, though some of the quizzes involve teoria.com. They also have minimum grades and time requirements that must be met before each portion counts for credit, just like the proficiency quizzes. And also, these quizzes can be taken as many times as necessary in order for you to pass them. The final exam is slightly different. It's very similar, but slightly different. So please refer to the syllabus for the details on that. Okay, getting help. Remember, if you need help with a topic, check the links and readings video area, the links to the readings and video area here. Readings and video, check all this out. There's a bunch of really great stuff here. There's a video for almost every topic, sometimes more than one video. And there's online readings, usually using musictheory.net, which is a really great website. And there's a number of helpful images for topics, so spend a lot of time there. If you're having trouble, there's some really excellent things that I've found and collected for you. And remember, don't just go to YouTube, because I promise many of the videos are doing things that are not going to set you up for success in the long run. Okay, so please go through mine first. So that's the end of this introductory video. Again, welcome to Music Fundamentals 2. I really think you're going to be challenged by this course, but I think you're going to make a lot of progress in a short period of time. And I hope that you feel that progress on a weekly basis.
I hope you guys enjoy the course. Remember that you're always free to reach out to me either in person or via email for questions or help if you need it. Be sure to check your email regularly for notifications and updates from me. Thanks.